everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Michelle Walker, and we are live here at empoweredwellness.org on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So happy to be back again. All right, guys, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about balance, and Spirit really has been focusing on that this week. And what they want to talk about is the yin and the yang, right? So this is some terms that we're just going to kind of discuss. And yin and yang is often associated with Chinese medicine and how the energies are in the body, but it's also about yoga. And you often find people doing two different types of yoga. And one of those, of course, is more yin and one is more yang. So what is it exactly? So, you've seen that yin and yang symbol, right? Where they interconnect. And it's basically, when we talk about balance, it's about the interplay between the yin, the feminine, and the yang, the masculine. And it basically is, as simple as I can say it, it's like the whole process of the universe. Everything is in balance. So yin, like I said, it represents the feminine. It represents more passive forces. It represents the earth. Like we think about femininity, we think about birthing, we think about the earth. It's also about the darkness, passivity, absorption. And they often think about it in like, if you think about it as numbers, yin would be more even numbers. It's often associated with valleys and streams. Its animal would be like the tiger, color orange, and a broken line would be all things that they would associate with yin. And if you follow traditional Chinese medicine, a lot of that would make sense. If you don't, that's okay. Just know that there's these differences. So yin yoga is slow paced. It's about very slow, deeply stretching the muscles and connective tissues. It helps you go deeper into meditation. It calms the mind and the body. It improves flexibility and mobility, joint mobility, which is really important. So one reason why we always say yoga is good for all ages is especially because of improving flexibility and joint mobility. And that's important as we are getting up there in age. Oh, my dog is chiming in. He agrees. But it also works very, very deep. So I love yin yoga. It is just a very passionate, deep kind of yoga. Now the yin, or the yang, the yang, that is the male, that is the light, that's activity, that's conceived in the heavens. This is more odd numbers. This has to do with mountains. It's represented by the dragon. Who doesn't love the dragon? And we have a deep purple color and an unbroken line. And we look at these lines and things like that as far as traditional Chinese medicine. But the yang is where you're building the strength. That's where the power comes, your stamina. It removes tensions and obstacles in the body, and it's a faster pace. So when if you've ever seen anybody doing yoga, you'll see the two different kinds. And sometimes it looks like when you're doing yin yoga, they're just kind of sitting there holding a pose. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. So when we think about these things, a lot of controversy comes up about, but they're so much more masculine, or they're just more feminine. We are both feminine. We are both masculine, and it's really powerful for us to remember that we have all these aspects within us. And there may be times where you feel more in your feminine, whether you're a male or female. And you may enjoy being more passive and more centered, more grounded, more in your feminine. And there's times when you are much more in your masculine. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female when you were born into this earth. Okay. So like a good example would be a woman that is a successful, powerful businesswoman. right? A lot of times they're in their yang, that male energy, but they also have their feminine and they like their pretty things and they are able to be more softer and be more internal and be more nurturing. So that's just an example. But male has both as well. So remember that. When people talk about, especially like gender identity issues, and there's a lot of confusion around things, I think a bigger underlying part is people don't realize that we're both, and we need to find balance. Wherever you land on that is your business, but there's both, and we have to learn to embrace both aspects, right? So that's really what they wanted to talk about today. Everything is always about balance. If you're out of balance, then there's a dis-ease within the physical body or emotional body or spiritual body. So learning how to balance out your masculine and your feminine will help you be much more successful and much more grounded than what you are now if you feel like you're out of any kind of balance. For me personally, I find going into nature, sitting in meditation, being more passive, meditating, yin yoga helps me regroup and rebalance after a busy day as a professional and go, 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 and in my masculine. So for me, it's a daily difference that I have to honor and work on, because if not, then my masculine tends to amp up on me and I get really wound up. So, and sometimes that can go to the extreme where it's not actually beneficial. All right. So let's see. Let's take a caller. We have German in Toronto. Hello, German. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, well, it's wonderful that you called in. Thanks so much. Is there an area you'd like? I'm sorry.
I was waiting to call you. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I was waiting for the call, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah. I feel great to be here. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Is there an area that you would like me to look at for you?
Well, on two things. Love. First, love, because it's been 7 years since love has been avoiding me. Like something is going on. I don't know. Like yeah, I'm kind of worried about it. And the second is about money. I would like if you can give me some information about it.
Okay.
That would be great. Okay.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to pull a card here. All right. So the card that comes up is the Queen of Spring. And this card says for you to believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you in maintaining a balance between work and home. Well, isn't that interesting? They bring up the balance card. So what Spirit is saying here is that you can be one-sided or one focused, and I feel like right now money is a big concern, so you're focusing a lot of your time and energy on I don't know if you own your own business or you're an entrepreneur, but I feel like the mind is busy trying to come up with new ways for revenue, new ways for making money or revamping what you're doing. Would that make sense?
Well, I have a job. I don't have my own business, right? So, but I have a good job. I'm lucky.
What I hear is that there may be something different. So if it's not your job, if it's not your company, there may be something that you're thinking about maybe doing on the side that is just yours, another a stream of income, one or two different ways. And I'm actually hearing, they're showing me something like there's a way that you can go online, and it's almost like you have, it's like, I'm not really technical in this, but they're showing me how you can set up passive income that's coming your way through just minimal, like 1 hour, 2 hour a day, you're monitoring this. And I feel like you may have an inspired idea around it. So maybe it's some kind of product, but you don't have to buy it. You don't have to do that. You're just like a third party helping move it. Does that make any kind of sense?
Well, yeah, it could be. I don't have. those kind of ideas now, but maybe you never know, right?
Right, right. So I'm seeing that if you investigate a little bit, there's going to be a different way for you to make some extra money. The other thing that they want to bring up, I don't know if you're having pain in your back down through your spine, but they're giving me a lot of discomfort in my back, and they're
Yeah,
just
yeah, my middle back.
yes, I'm like it's very uncomfortable. So I'm glad
But
that
it's been there for 20 years. I stretched,
yeah.
went to a chiropractor, but nothing helps, right? Yeah.
So so I feel like there's some emotional things that also are attached to this back pain. And some of it has to feel as though like you have support in this life to be doing the things that you came here to do. And I do see that there is something called myofascial release. There's somebody in your area that is doing this kind of work. And what I'm seeing is it helps unwind that energy and will give you relief from that pain. So you may want to seek somebody out, but they were very adamant that we wanted to talk about that for you because it's not just on the physical, it's also an emotional thing. So doing myofascial release work is going to be invaluable for you to finally get rid of
What
that.
is what is the name of the therapy? Mine.
Myofascial
Okay.
release.
Okay. 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 That's good.
So
Okay,
check
that's
that
good.
out. There is somebody in your area that is doing it. So that will be helpful for you. But they want to tell you about learning to love and embrace all aspects of yourself. I feel like there may be a partner coming more towards spring, but right now I feel like they want you to do a little bit more work with yourself. And now I don't know if you're meditating or you kind of got away from your meditation, but they're talking about getting back to it or being able to go deeper in it. Would you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this is very important for you to continue to receive your guidance very clearly. So they want you to work on that right now. And don't worry. I hear, don't worry. The right partner is coming, but not yet. Not yet. There's too many things that you need to resolve over the next couple months with the physical and emotional.
Okay.
But have faith in spring is a huge, I get a big renewed, you know how spring brings all that excitement of everything budding and blooming. I get that's when love blooms for you. So take the time to do the internal work. We're going inward now and get some of that body work done. That's going to just change everything. And it also helps with the hips and the hip openers, and that's going to help release emotions. So find somebody that is doing that work, and you'll be very, very grateful that you did.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going
All right.
to leave
Sounds
that
good.
with much love.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds
Good luck to you, my dear. All right. We have Antoinette in New Jersey. How are you doing, my dear?
Hi, yes, I'm doing very good, thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for calling in. Is there an area that you would like me to look at for you?
Whatever comes up, love, money, job,
Whatever comes up. All
whatever,
right.
yeah, whatever the cards are reading for me tonight.
Well, you got a big high arcana card here. You got the wheel. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, and a nice new car or travel. Woohoo! This is an awesome card.
Ooh. Well, I'm going on vacation next week, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Well, I feel like so what they're showing me is like you've been in a holding pattern and frustrated with like stagnation, and now all of a sudden I feel like things are moving forward since we had this new moon, and things are going to be like light speed for a little while. So hold on to to your hat, woman, because it's going to start happening. So vacation's going to feel amazing. I feel like shifts in movement in the physical body. So I feel like you might have had some aches and pains and things like this, but I feel like the physical body gets a little bit of a pick me up. They're also talking about, I don't know if you recently been thinking about changing your diet. And it's really, I feel like Spirit has really been tapping you on the shoulder, like, okay, we got to eat healthier. You don't need to eat as much. We got to get you physically moving. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely.
And so this is where you're going to be able to get really good positive movement in the right direction. The mindset is better, especially as soon as you come back from vacation. Even now, just start making those little changes moving forward, and it stays and it holds. You have a pattern where you're often on dieting or trying different things, and they work for a little while, and then you're kind of back to bad habit. And what they're saying is this is a really, really wonderful opportunity for you to stop the bad habit and to be able to continue in a slow, positive progression. So yay for you. Take advantage of that momentum. Now,
how about mom or dad? They passed. Are they around me?
I'm sorry?
Do you see mommy and daddy around me? They passed away a couple years ago, and I've been missing my mom very much.
Okay. Now, before you said that, I was hearing about, now did mom smoke? Because I have a woman in spirit talking about you smoking. And now,
yes.
Do you smoke?
Well, I actually did for the last 38 years, but as of tomorrow, it will be 30 days clean.
Woo! Okay.
No smoking.
Now, mom smoked, correct?
Absolutely.
Mom is owning this.
That's what took her life.
That's right. And mom is owning this. And mom is saying that she was the one that gave you the bad influence and taught you that it was okay. So she's taking responsibility for this. And she wanted to come forward about this and say how happy that she is that you quit and that she wishes it would have been a long time ago. And this was a regret of hers. She wants you to know she's very proud of you, that she knows how hard that is. And she says, you got it licked already. There's no going back to it. She also wants you to know that the exercise and diet is her pushing you and knowing that you have so much to live for. You have so many people that need you around. You must take better care of yourself. She's also talking about your vehicle. She's saying that she has a lot to say. I'm trying to get it all in, girl. She's talking about a vehicle, and dad's also bringing up about the vehicle. He's saying oil needs change, tires, those kind of things. Pay better attention. Make sure that you keep up with it. Does that make sense?
Always.
Was dad a gambler? Was dad or mom a gambler? I feel like mom maybe bingo. Dad liked to play like a little bit of, he liked to gamble a little, not too much money, but he liked to gamble. Would you understand that?
Not daddy, mommy, all the way. Bingo, casino.
I got mommy, but
it was sunny tomorrow.
Well, this is how he's showing me. Like if he went to the club and they had 50-50s, he bought that stuff. Like, don't let him fool you that he didn't. He might not have been the casino guy, but he still kind of did that, he's telling me. But they're just cautioning. I don't know if on vacation you're planning on gambling, but they're saying be cautious with money right now. So don't go crazy. Have a tighter limit. Okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, he's trying to tell you to reel it in. Like, mommy was way over here with this. I was down here with this. I'd spend, $5, $10, nothing big. But he's saying right now it's time to be a little bit more frugal with that, okay? So he's just worried about finances. And he's also saying you finally realized that you don't need a lot of the things you thought you needed. Would you understand that?
Yes.
And he's very happy about this. He's very happy about that. He's like, I didn't know if this girl was going to learn that. at what point in her life she was going to learn that, because you like nice things and you like to go and you like to do and you like to have fun. And he wants you, both of them want you to do that. Now, do you have a sister? Who's the woman? Is a sister?
No, I have a brother.
Now, he's talking about
No
a woman?
sister.
So, I'm sorry?
No sister, just a brother.
Brother, does he have a wife?
Yes.
He's talking about sister. So he's saying sister to this. Okay. And he's talking about, I don't know that he's talking about her health has been declining a little, but she doesn't like to talk about it. And she's very kind of like closed off about things. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
He's also talking. He's talking about, so your brother needs a little bit extra love and attention, because he doesn't like to talk about private matters so much. No. But there may be a way that there may be a subtle way that you can check up on or see how they're doing, offer your love and support. He's like, you're going to have to slide that in on the download. Don't tell them that this psychic told you she's sick. They won't go for that. But but you can kind of feel him out to see how he's doing and touch base with him a little bit more. He's feeling like he needs a little bit of extra support. Okay. He's also talking about, now, did dad have heart issue? Because he's talking about brother having heart issue like him.
Well, my father did have heart issues. Yes, he did.
He's talking about worried about your brother having the same kind of heart issues. He's got high cholesterol. He's got some blood pressure issue. He's worried about the stress and if he's taking good enough care of himself, and he's saying he's not. And he's also talking to you about the diet, because I don't know, I think you may have blood pressure and cholesterol too. So he's just saying, what we used to do years ago, we can no longer do. We have to change it up. And he's happy that you're willing to look at changing that up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why I stopped smoking.
Yeah,
that was one of the reasons, because my pressure was off the chart.
Yeah. So he's very happy about that. He wants you to get out and walk a little bit. You don't have to run miles, but he wants you physically moving and getting those lungs expanded more. Very, very important for you. He's also talking about the toxins in the body. So if you're eating a lot of sugar, that's making some of these aches and pains worse. And he's asking that you pull back on the sugar and the carbs and all of that. Eat more vegetables and eat more fruits and cut out some of that sugary, carby stuff. Okay.
And he's that's laughing. The problem.
And he's laughing because he's saying, I normally wouldn't give her this kind of advice, but he's like, he really wants to impress that upon her. So he's just laughing that he's the one saying it and it's not mom saying it. Would you understand that?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a great sense of humor, but he's like, I can't believe I'm the one that's telling her this. This is funny. Yeah. Now I feel like
Daddy never said anything to me. He didn't say what, was, Daddy's little girl. He didn't care. Everything I do is perfect. I was the perfect
exactly.
Little girl.
Well, how he's putting it is he goes, I pushed all of that on mom to be the bad guy. I was the good guy.
If he say so.
Now, I get the sense that he liked nice cars. And I see like he liked his cars. Would you understand that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like I'm seeing, I don't know what kind of car I'm seeing, but it's like an old antique. Like he just liked a nice ride.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
Old school cars. The Pontiac,
yeah, like the
Cadillac,
the Lincoln. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. Big old cars. And he just felt like he was the king in that car. He loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, he thought he was mafia.
Yeah. That's exactly what he showed me. He showed me Goodfellas. Yeah, he thought that was the way to go, man. He loved it. And he said, there are some things in life that are just worth doing, because every time I got in that car, I felt great. And so he's asking for you to find that for yourself and make sure, even though he's telling you to be more frugal and watch what you're doing, you still need at least one thing like this that you can really, truly appreciate and enjoy every time. And he goes, and it's not the slots at the casino. He's funny. They just trust and know that they are still around. They are paying attention. This is just their validation that they're seeing what's going on in your life right now. They never leave you. They come and go. They check up on you. But they want you to know you got this. So I get the sense that you're not with a partner right now.
No.
And they're saying that's okay. I think you've come to peace with that. And they're saying that you got this. What they want you to focus on until you leave this earth plane. If a partner comes in, great. Don't bank on it. Don't think that it's not going to happen. But what they want you to do is focus on you. Focus on the things that make you happy and do them.
I guess ain't no man coming my way no time soon. That's what you're telling me.
I'm getting not for like a year to 2 years. Right now, it's about learning to love every aspect of yourself. They don't want you to think like, if I had a man, could I do this? Or only if I had they don't want you to go down that road. They want you to go, I got me.
Oh, no, I never
Spirit
did.
has me. And when the time is right, the right person's coming. There is somebody coming, but they don't want you to hold out on that. They want you to live your life, do the things that you want to do, and learn how to love yourself completely. And I'm going to leave that with so much love. Thank you so much for calling in, my dear.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. You have a great night. And thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode. And remember, it's all about balance, balancing ourselves, balancing our lives, and really trying to live our optimal best. I hope you all have a terrific week, and I will see you back here next week. Namaste.